in terms of guys playing the best, there's a long list of guys that we can go up and down. Dak Prescott is having an MVP type of season, and I think more attention would be given to him as an MVP candidate if Lamar Jackson wasn't looking like some sort of cartoon superhero action figure in Baltimore right now. Zeke Elliott is having a tremendous bounce back season. He's been great. Micah Parsons looks like he could be a potential NFL defensive player, rookie of the year candidate. Trayvon Diggs has been great, and he's on this historic interception streak that we've really never seen before around here. But Clarence, out of all these guys that I've mentioned, or even guys that I didn't, who has caught your eye and said, that guy has been phenomenal? Like, he's been the most impressive.
Well, and really, we're kind of remiss to not even mention Zach Martin, because he's solidified this offensive line since week one. He's playing lights out, and again, the future Hall of Famer. We always overlook offensive linemen, so I want to give Zach Martin some flowers, because he is this the way they've run the ball since he's come back after the Tampa Bay game. He just dominated with the running game, helping Zeke, helping Dak. It's been phenomenal. It's easy to say Dak, because Dak has been better than we thought he was. Certainly, Zeke has certainly been better than you thought he was going to be. Micah Parsons has been a godsend as a rookie middle linebacker, defensive end, pass rushing. But the most impressive thing has to be Diggs. Has to be Trevor.
We've never seen anything like it.
I mean, we didn't. I mean, first of all, we expected Dak to be good. We certainly had Zeke has a track record. Micah Parsons was a top pick that they were building the defense around. And as much as we liked Diggs' ball skills as a rookie last year, there was still some questions about whether he was a true shutdown corner, this type Deion Sanders-like play. Boy, Diggs is just wowing everybody. Richard Sherman calls him the favorite for the defensive player of the year. Certainly Michael Irvin and Troy Aikman have compared him to prime times that he's playing like Deion Sanders, reminding you of prime time. I know I've covered Jerry since almost since he got here, and he's been looking for another Deion Sanders. He thought it was going to be, Terrence Newman. He thought it was going to be Morris Claiborne, because they had the speed and ball hawking abilities and ability to change the game and be a weapon on defense. Well, I think he finally got that type of player with Trevon Diggs, the way he started this season. It's just been amazing.
When you covered Deion and we watched Deion, there came a point when quarterbacks wouldn't even throw at him.
Right.
They call it the Deion effect, and whatever side of the field he was on, quarterbacks wouldn't even look at him. There's some other guys in the NFL we saw. Champ Bailey was one. I can remember instances when Peyton Manning was as good as there is, and he wouldn't even try him. That's how good he was. As we watched Trayvon Diggs in this historic interception streak, Clarence, at what point do NFL quarterbacks and NFL offensive coordinators said, forget it, don't even try it right now, worth it?
Well, I mean, I think it's going to come a point in time when that's going to happen. Certainly you look at, I think his interception last week, and that's the beautiful thing about Diggs, is the interception with the Panthers, he left his man. It was zone. He had the deep back. He saw something up. He jumped a route in the middle of the field. That wasn't even his man. So there are going to be times when you don't throw at him, but he's going to make a play because his eyes are so good. He has those eyes and playmaking ability and the gonads to go after it. We were talking to Mike McCarthy last week, and he says his eyes are dangerous. They're like, what do you mean by his eyes are dangerous? Well, his guy was wide open. His guy was beating him for a touchdown, okay? But the quarterback didn't throw it there. The quarterback threw it to the guy underneath, and he saw that. So was that bad eyes or great instinct? Was that him gambling or showing great instinct? He saw the under route. He figured the quarterback going to throw the under route. He jumped the under route and left this guy wide open.
He does gamble, and eventually it's going to get him. But right now you take that kind of trade because he's coming up with plays on the ball that we have not seen here from a quarterback in a long, long time. I did want to mention, as we go over players who've had great starts to this season, you got to mention Terence Steele, only because he's filling in for a guy, a starter at right tackle who should be here, who's not hurt but was suspended for 5 games by the NFL, and Lyle Collins. And Terence Steele was a guy who last season, as an undrafted rookie free agent, really looked overwhelmed at times, and at times like a guy who was just going to get swallowed up by the game in the moment. He got better. He's been good. And at a minimum, he has secured his spot in the NFL with a job for for the foreseeable future. Maybe not when Collins comes back, because I imagine LC's going to get his job again.
LC's going to start for sure. But yeah, give him credit for sure. And
he's
another
had
guy,
a really nice start.
Yeah, and it's funny because we seemingly take CD and Amari for granted because they're going to be
For
CD
sure.
and Amari. With these ho-hum, CD and Amari made a play. But another guy, before we move on, Randy Gregory. Randy Gregory, he didn't have a sack Sunday. But
he was great on Sunday.
Pass rush.
Yeah,
he was the reason why he forced a late interception that ended the touchdown with his rushing a passer that Brown took to the house. Randy Gregory has looked like the Randy Gregory the Cowboys hoped they would get when they drafted him the second round out of Nebraska in 2015.
No doubt. That was the best game I'd ever seen him play. And he's had other games where he's had sacks, and I think he had 9 quarterback pressures, which is a huge number. Now, I know we love sacks, but God, did you notice him on Sunday? He was everywhere on Sunday. He had the motor, he had strength, he had pursuit. He looked great.
And that's what excites the Cowboys as we move forward and talk about this. See, that's what excites the Cowboys because they're doing this without DeMarcus Lawrence and Randy Gregory, especially on defense. You got Randy Gregory playing this way and impacting the game as a pass rusher. You got Michael Parsons doing what he does, and DeMarcus Lawrence is coming back. It's another month away, but they're excited about what the defense could be when they get full strength.